Hello. So as you can see, I'm not in my dark room today. I just decided to go outside and record a video in this new format to test my new camera and to talk about editors for coding, and especially which editor to pick if you want to write some Clojure code. I don't want to start any holy wars on this topic, but I think every time you raise a topic like that, there'll be comments and people will disagree. But today I just want really to share my story, how I started my Clojure journey, what I've used in the beginning and what I'm using now. And hopefully I'll give some useful advice, especially for beginners. I won't say to make any mistakes, but just give my opinion on what editor will be a good starting point. And yeah, let's go. So I started my Clojure journey many years ago. At that point, I think the only real option to write Clojure code was Emacs, and also Emacs was quite popular at that point. So I had no choice, so I started learning Clojure and I started learning Emacs. I had no experience with this editor before. And also I was reading the book called Brave and True. It's quite popular still, and it's quite good book. The problem that the second chapter was all about Emacs, and I decided that that's the only option I have, so I was using that. But learning Clojure and learning editor at the same time is probably not the smartest idea you can come with. So the thing that I want to share in this video, and that's probably, like, if that's the only idea that you get from the video, it should be this: that if you're a complete beginner in Clojure and you don't have any experience with Emacs, don't try to learn two things at once. Focus on the language. And there are a decent choice of editors. You can pick whatever you want. And also the second thought is to be a true Clojure developer, you don't have to use Emacs. So that the Emacs is not the only option. That's my thing. So I was using Emacs for a couple years. And after that time, I still wasn't too familiar with the editor, so it was always some small things that are not working. So you load too much stuff in the REPL buffer and it hangs up, and other things. And also at the same time I was doing a lot of Java as my main job at that point, and I was using Cursive. I was using IntelliJ. And I was really happy with what editor gives me. Even at that point, I didn't feel that it was too slow. And I was really happy with the Java intro. And after that, I wanted the same kind of experience in Emacs. When I was using Clojure in JVM, I wanted to go to the binaries, Java bytecode. I want an option to go inside the Java source code to decompile that and just navigate. So I was really missing that from Emacs. And the other thing that was really frustrated is if I want to do some more complex navigation in the project, I really need to spin up the REPL, because I believe at that point of time there was the only option, like it was CIDR, and if you want to navigate to definition of your function, you want running REPL, and you want your editor to be connected to that REPL. So you cannot just open the editor in any project and just search for something quickly. For example, if you don't want to develop code in that project, you just want to navigate through the code, that was really frustrating. And at that point, I discovered the Cursive plugin, and I was starting using that. I was feeling really bad because I thought Emacs is the way to go, and I thought I just need to force myself and learn it a proper way. But yeah, eventually I started using Cursive. I had a bit of legacy in Cursive and IntelliJ now because I got used to some weird key combinations. So IDEA supports 2 keystroke bindings and kind of Emacs style. So you can use like command something, and I have a bit of custom hotkeys for my commands in IntelliJ, but that's the only thing I'm keeping now from my previous Emacs experience. So I was really happy with Cursive because it was, I believe at that point, the only editor that supported the static analysis, so you don't have to spin the REPL to work with your project. So I wasn't really into experimenting with other editors because I was so happy with IntelliJ and Cursive by this time, and I'm still using that. But over the time, there were new tools created. Like I missed completely the hype around VSCode, and I missed completely Calva. I've tried that a bit. It looks really nice. So it's still what I miss is the like top level Java interop that you get from a proper Java editor like IntelliJ IDEA. But if you're not interested in that, I think VSCode and Calva is a nice option as well. For me, it's still JetBrains IDE with Cursive. And also there is Clojure LSP that kind of was, I believe, inspired by Cursive static analysis approach. So now you probably can use that in Emacs as well. So you have 2 options. You can spin up your REPL, so you have a CIDR, and also you can have your LSP, and you don't have, you can navigate through code without REPL. I haven't tried that much, again, because I'm so happy with IntelliJ, and I'm just feeling that I'm wasting time when I'm learning different editor. So I'm not talking here about some less popular options, like you can use, like I know there is a plugin for Sublime Text. It was something in Atom, I believe, before it was killed by VS Code. There is a new Z editor. Both probably could work with LSP. I'm not into Vim at all, so I have no idea why I need to use that. I don't struggle because my editing or navigation is too slow, or because my IntelliJ is too slow. I mean, for me as a developer, my bottleneck as a programmer is not typing or navigating, it's probably thinking about the problem. So yeah, that's not my thing. But there are plugins for NeoVim and Vim available if you're into that thing. Not for me, as I said. So at the end, my suggestion for beginner will be to pick one of these 2 options. One is VS Code, the other one is IntelliJ and Cursive. Obvious downside of the IntelliJ approach is that you can use community version of IntelliJ. It will work fine, but you won't get some more advanced features. And also you can use Cursive plugin for a personal or learning without license. But if you're doing something commercial, you need a license. And probably at the end you will need a license for IntelliJ because you want more features from the ultimate version. And that could cost a bit of money. But I recently thought, even if I don't have a license from my work, I would probably go with this option for myself and buy my personal license. So yeah, that's me. The second option, as I said, is VSCode. A decent thing. The editor is easy to use and configure. For me, the downside is a lack of Java interop, and yeah, I'm just so used to IntelliJ working with Java libraries. If you're really into Emacs or Vim, there are plugins for that, and like the Emacs is still the most popular editor in the Clojure ecosystem, I believe, according to the recent surveys. But the percentage is going down, I think. So you can definitely pick those, but just be prepared that it's a bit harder to learn two things at once, and you can struggle a bit. So that was my thoughts on editors. Let me know in the comments that you think that I'm completely wrong and Emacs is the only way to go. But yeah, whatever. I'm using IntelliJ and Cursive. Bye bye.